only reveal that for a certain period of time. I know one other thing I want to do too. I'm going to go to that. I want to get to that end keyframe. So I can sit here and eyeball, I can sit here and zoom in, but like any other good software, there's like 5,000 secret little things in After Effects, right? So the letter K will move you to the next keyframe. The letter J will move you to the previous keyframe. And I would really, again, we talked on Monday about quantitatively looking at the position values and copying and pasting those to make sure we actually had the exact same position. I don't know how many times I've thought I'm on a keyframe, make a change, and now I got a duplicate keyframe, like one frame right in front of the other. When I zoom all the way in, and it makes a problem, like I said, a little hitch. I hate those things. Say again. Okay, so well, there's two things. That's a good question. There's two things. Initially, you hit the stopwatch. That's just the first one. Anytime I make a change in the value, then either here, with these numbers, or up here like I did when I rotated it, the software automatically makes another keyframe when it sees you make a change. The other thing I can do is I can click, what else can I do? Yeah, I can right click down there. Yeah. I can right click. Okay, so the reason I want to be here is I want to take this back. In other words, I want to end the visibility, the actual, not the visibility. I want to take the word flexion off the stage at that point when it's done with that rotation. Okay, and we'll see why that will be done later. All right, so what I'm going to do now, and I have the layer selected, and I'm going to go up here and grab a rectangle tool, and I'm going to draw a rectangle. Why I drew it crooked like that, but it did. All right, now did you notice what happened? Okay, rectangle is kind of looking like a window, and I can see the word flexion through it. So when you have a layer selected that has content, and you draw with you create a shape with any one of these tools, the rectangle, rounded, ellipse, star, polygon, it automatically assumes you want to make this a mask. And by default, the mask, and if you notice down here, you probably can't see it because it's so small, but down here, the minute I did that, a brand new layer was added underneath my word. And that layer is called masks, and it has a bunch of little elements in it that I can animate. Remember, every time you see a stopwatch, that means bless you, I can animate. Okay? So by default, this layer is set to add, meaning add the mask. I'm going to try this and say subtract. Now what happens? Now I can see anything outside of the mask in that layer. In other words, I can see those letters outside. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to move this mask around a little bit and see if I can't get it in a position. If I can't get it in a position that's a little more where I want it to be. It's a little odd, to be honest with you, the way this works. If you hold your mouse, your triangle here over the what do you call those things? Anchor points. It turns black, and then you can move those anchor points. Okay. So for the very first frame, I'm going to set a keyframe right here where it says mask path. So I'm going to click the stopwatch. Now I want to get, that mask wants to move with this, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out of the way. And I'm going to move these handles again. So that word is starting to come out. Okay? each time I'm moving this stuff, because I set a keyframe for the mask path, I'm getting another keyframe. Okay? And I want to get this last thing. If I click on the in the middle, I can really get the whole. Notice I'm getting the whole edge there, not just the path. See the difference? So if I'm on a point, okay, I click off. Now I've got the whole thing. If I click, notice how the arrow goes white? If I click there, oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. If I click there, I can get the path, or I can get just that one point. So unfortunately, to be honest with you, got to take a little time to practice with this. So what should happen here now is the word should come out from below there. Okay, and if you don't select the layer is selected here, and that will show the mask. I find it sometimes difficult to evaluate what I'm doing when the mask is visible. So you kind of deselect it, you see, and you can get the word coming out. Okay? So that's roughly how I did what we just saw in the beginning. Okay? I'm going to stop just for a second.